much about that kind of stuff. Is the school... It's not like that anymore now, is it?
No.
This will just have like a kind of polite pause, to not sound like she's hounding it. And then she'll go, do you know why it's changed?
Well, if I knew why, then there would be more than just one Mariah Academy, wouldn't there?
Would there be?
Why, certainly. Miyagi, though it's near to Tokyo, isn't exactly known for its prosperity compared to the other regions of Japan. There are better locations suited for a metropolitan schooling system.
Right. And I guess it must have been expensive for all the international... what the fuck's the word I'm thinking for? This thing, making it suitable for international students. What's that? Accommodation?
I guess.
Accommodation for all those international students. Must have been hard.
On the contrary, international students tend to pay more than domestic students.
Oh, right. I just figured they need some extra, well-taught staff to help with that. Multilingual. Things like that.
That's where it was a part. That's why the school particularly looked for Japanese students with a dual heritage. They could help with the integration of the languages, though in classes as a result were mostly taught in English.
Oh. Do you speak good English?
And she'll say, I do try in perfect English.
Wow. That sounds more elegant than whenever Raph says something.
My name can be translated into Naomi for an international stage. My parents were very forward-thinking in that regard.
Really? Wow, I never really would have thought of something like that for, thinking of a child's name. They sound smart.
Well, they also were in a different environment when it came to, what they wanted out of life. I mean, they're not dead. I don't know why I'm talking about them as if they are.
Oh, good. But what do you mean different environment?
Well, it's not really important.
Oh, okay. Sorry if it sounds like I'm prying. I just...
You're curious, I understand. But I can't exactly have an authority figure if everybody knows about my personal life.
Oh. I guess so. I just feel bad that I never really got to know you if you were a friend of Mom's.
Well. Anyway. I mean, it's pretty obvious to Kaharu that Ganda is being very selective with her words. She's not completely hard sussing her out, but she's very firm with the, no, I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay, good. So Garo will kind of finish up with the plate and just kind of like turn off the faucet and smile. Well, I guess we're done for the night. Sorry to help clean up. I don't want to take up too much of your meditation time. Thanks for the chat, Genda-san.
Not a problem. Well, you've heard the rumors yourself, though that was quite some time ago. You can understand why it is not a subject that's not openly spoken about, especially for those who were participants within it.
I know, and I'm sorry for pressing. It's just I don't know who else I could really find out about it from.
Like I said before, all of that is a relic of the past. Bringing it up only means to cause a further divide. I think the lessons were learned, however harsh they managed to be.
But I didn't learn them. I've been kept in the dark about a lot of things.
When it comes to Kokusai, even now he doesn't know. At least he shouldn't.
Why shouldn't she?
It's not something that your mother wishes to talk about.
I can tell. But I'm starting to learn there's a lot of things my family doesn't like to talk about that is it really bad to learn about later. Difficult. So,
if you want to find out more about your mother, ethnically she's a Zenitsu Korean.
Could Gara roll to understand she knows anything about that?
Yeah, you roll your knowledge.
Yeah, cool.
I'll give you +1 since you're Japanese.
Thanks, dude.
Alright.
How do they spell Zenitsu?
I forgot, dude.
Dude, same. It's fine. I'll Google. It's fine. Don't worry. I found it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a sick spelling, to be honest. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
But yes, basically Zenitsu Koreans are, people who well, they've been in Japan for a couple of generations now, but, they were brought in from Korea because of, bad time.
Bad time, yeah. All right. So it's not... Okay, so it's like an African time. So it's like an African American.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's the way you could think of it.
Okay. Think of it like
African Korean.
Think of it like a Polish guy living in England. They're both white, but,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, but the Japanese and Koreans are a lot more racist. So I understand.
Oh, believe me, they can tell.
Oh God, they can tell so easily. They can tell those disgusting from a mile away. Dude,
it's creepy.
I mean, Akira's just
It's almost as creepy as their slanty. What do you say about Kira?
Akira's absorbing all the racism.
Yeah, Kira's deflecting it from Koharu. Because Koharu's hot. The Japanese are like, ooh, a submissive woman. Perfect. My tastes are vanilla.
A little bit of exotic is good. Not a lot.
Yeah, just a little bit. Brown hair is as exotic as most Japanese men get. Oh. See, I don't even know something like that. It's embarrassing a little bit.
Your mother's very good at hiding things.
I never would have thought so until now.
Karu is reminded of the messy, messy house.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why she said I never would have thought so. There's just shit everywhere. She didn't really hide it from her. But apparently she's realizing the dark truth. That her mother's life is even worse than it looks. Feels terrible. The guilt is burning.
If you don't look.
The guilt is burning a hole in her stomach. Thanks. And the son. I'm sorry if I bothered you.
Oh, no. Not at all.
Right, well, I'm gonna head off into a bit more schoolwork before bed. Good night. Do a little light bow.
Alright, fuck off. Bye-bye.
Oh, thanks, Kenda-san. Ah!
Good job.
Look, I'm gonna walk my way over. Get out of the mouth.
No.
Well.
Alright. So, I believe Akira wanted to do something.
Yeah. I guess by the time Rio made it back to his room, there's be a text from like Akira going, "Should we talk to Ryu tonight?"
Oh God. Now she doesn't get the "oh God" now bit.
Yeah.
Just yes, now would probably be better than tomorrow.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
So I guess they'll meet up outside. Kira still looks a bit huffy, like she did when she left for dinner.
Is there a problem?
No, I'm fine. Homework sucks.
Oh, yes, well, that's what school is there for.
Right. Should go.
Oh, yes, probably.
Head over to Ryu's door. Give a knock.
Knock.
Enter.
Well, careful. Open the door and step in.
You find Ryu pretty much lying on his bed.
What does Ryu's room look like?
Pretty sparse. All you really notice, I mean, you don't really see a TV or anything like laptops on guess we have like one of those desks. And probably a shelf with several books in it, but really other than that, you don't see much in the way of decorations. Other than like on one of the shelves, like 3 pictures, one of them seeming to be face down.
Right.
Wow, you really...
Yeah, that's basically how I imagine Ryu's room. Other than the kendo stick hanging from the back of the door, the mask.
Yeah, this is... about... Right. Hey.
Hey. You need something?
Yeah, we kind of need to talk.
Right. Okay.
So... why did you tell your brother about Shin?
Because he asked, and I was kind of curious if he had any other information.
Yeah. I mean... Look. Shin took that badly. I mean, you kind of saw how he was before. Don't you think we should be a bit careful with this?
Oh, it's not like Haru's gonna do anything.
Well, he tried to do something, it sounds like.
May have been a little overhanded, but Haru isn't stupid enough to piss off Minamoto.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I mean, is it really Minamoto we're supposed to be worried about right now with that? I mean, I'm more worried about, Shin getting, too out there. I mean, the kid's got a big history behind him that if people found out about, could be pretty bad.
Yeah, I know he's got a big head. Why do you think Minamoto's probably housing him?
Right. Yeah, but that doesn't really take away from my point, though.
Right, so I told one person and the world's ending. Got it.
Well, it's kind of bad to do, yeah. I mean, what? Would you rather us wait for you to tell someone who actually has a really bad negative outcome about this?
Don't see how that would happen since I don't socialize with many people.
How did Haru even ask? It's not as though he should have known about Shin.
Oh, I was asking about the patron who gave me Vitala and what happened about that, I believe.
Hmm. I see. I'm taken to understand through, well, what I know about you and your prior persona, that was rather a toxic relationship. I can't imagine that your brother would have had a positive opinion on the patron that gave you that persona. Still...
Oh, you're probably right about that, but considering the fact that Shin's pretty much the lifesaver of the family, I really can't see how Haru would do anything stupid.
You don't think your brother would be pissed off at hearing that? I mean, it's a complicated situation that's really easily seen from an outside lens of, oh, my little brother got hurt. It's pretty easy to figure out how I'd react.
Well, yes, but you actually have more than... Rio will take a click of his watch. Maybe a week's interaction with your siblings?
Kira looks at Rio for help.
You can have whatever opinion you want, but... And he'll just kind of pause. Last night, apparently, Shin called out to us, the people he was the patron of, to send a message. You all, he'll just kind of motion for Akira and Ryu, apparently have less of a connection to him now, which means you didn't get the message. But it was that Shin believed himself to be in danger because of your brother. Now, whatever opinion you have of Haru, it doesn't change the fact that I personally witnessed, however vague it was, I don't think I'm quite as astute in these things as other people could be, took actions into his own hand to tell Shin to back down and stop interfering in your life in a dangerous way. Despite getting cautioned by his persona and someone else, it wasn't quite clear that he didn't really need to take those actions.
Wait. Haru?
And he'll nod.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna believe that.
Well, you don't have to believe that, then. But that's what I saw. I'm sure Shin will tell you if you ask that your brother did speak to him.
Yeah, I could see him speaking to him.
Shin said
Probably
someone
curious
attacked him.
about considering all things, considering how worshipped Shin is.
Well, I do believe that Akira was telling me something along the lines of saying that your brother threatened him and Shin felt attacked. Now, you don't have to believe what I said. Honestly, I don't know how much of it is true, but there does remain the fact that, one, your brother asked you about your patron, probably because of Batala. 2, your brother spoke to Shin, who is our patron. And 3, Shin is upset with that, leading me to believe that whatever words your brother could have actually had for him, they were not conducive to you and Shin's relationship continuing.
Okay.
Well, that's the matter as it stands. I'm not going to be any social worker saying that your brother cares about you. But the point of the matter is that, well... Shin did not appreciate that. And now he's being watched by the doctor.
Yeah, that was basically all on this. That's kind of why Kuroki got called in.
Okay.
You know, that's not a good thing, right?
The fact that someone's watching him?
Yes, 24/7, poking his head in this business.
I'm sorry, Akira. I'm failing to see what exactly the problem is.
You're not just making problems for Shin, you're making problems for everyone related to him. Look, Shin gave us our powers. If we are going to have blowback from what happens with him, even if you don't care about him, it's going to affect all of us, including you. You know that, right?
Right.
So now you told one person who told another person who can now tell, I don't know, anyone about it? He seems pretty loose-lipped with things. He's some quack doctor.
Right, and wasn't it also mentioned the fact that most people aren't even aware of Shin's existence?
Right, yeah, and we found someone who is, who can tell people about him.
Right, and isn't Dr. Kuroki part of the school board?
I guess. We don't really know anything about him.
Which basically means he answers to Minamoto, which would basically mean he's not going to do anything to piss him off.
They are conceivably on the same level.
So he's not going to go flapping it around considering the fact that he's going to get on the Pan's bad side. Or am I mistaking all of this?
I think you're mistaking a lot of things, yes.
Like what?
You just don't feel like you've listened to any of what we've said. You're not
Right.
even...
Don't go telling a whole lot of people. Got it. I told someone, now he's being watched. Okay.
Don't...
All Shin cares about, from what I've come to understand, is his... As long as he gets the cards, everything else kind of seems irrelevant as long as it doesn't have any major repercussions against him. And from what it sounds, this has no real major repercussions, other than they're going to watch him sit in a hospital bed in the nurse's office for weeks on end.
Shin said he was attacked. Your brother threatened him.
Right, which probably means that Shin came at him hostilely. I doubt Haru would have just gone in and saying, yo, leave my brother alone, fuck you, bitch. He probably went in saying, hey, I have some issues. And then when he felt he was being attacked, probably went a little high-handed. You all talk about how Shin being basically over-exaggerating with all of this, so someone he's not used to coming to talk to him might have set him off and made him being over-exaggerated. I mean, I don't know. From what I got from the way Raph described it, it's not exactly as Haru kicked in the door to go talk to him.
You can't listen to anything Raph describes. It's in broken Japanese.
Koharu didn't seem to get the feeling that he was in any danger either, and practically jump at a mouse saying boo if she thought someone would get hurt.
Koharu's up in her own world. I don't know what's up with her these days. I know that I talked to Shin and he's told me what happened.
Right, you mean the guy that's told us half-truths?
What half-truths
Manipulate
told us? How Shin manipulated us?
Right, okay. Did he tell you anything about giving you powers when you first met him?
I can't remember, actually.
From all I remember, all that happened was he came...
He asked, did you see? And you said yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. He at one point told us that the cards had no powers, and it was all through the cards. Then it was, no, the cards are just meaningless. He has the powers. He didn't tell us that our main goal was to actually be collecting these cards until, 2 months ago? Basically, he keeps saying, oh, I can't tell you guys everything. You have to all discover it on your own. And now it's, hey, I'm the one that's causing all of your powers to appear and giving you all of this. Do what I say. Explain to me where I'm supposed to take that this is coming from a good source.
Fine.
Hmm.
This is getting us nowhere. Right. Are you going to tell people about Shin constantly now?
No. Because I don't give a fuck about him.
You should.
I'll get the job he wants me to get done. I'll get him his cards. And then we can separate ways, and we won't have to worry about each other.
Great.
That's fair enough. I'll admit Shin has been leading, but you don't, and in that regard, you don't have to like him. But as long as you're not going to point people towards him, and as long as you're not going to flinch on what we all said we were going to do, I have no problems. I will point out that if someone asks about him in the future, don't point them to him. Whatever actually happened, whatever you believe happened, I know I saw what I saw in that dream. Shin doesn't want to get that kind of attention. And if what he said is true, then he does have some power to keep it away from him. It would be bad for all of us if Shin gets revealed to more and more people. At the very least, I'm sure both of you can agree you don't want any more of those dreams coming in.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Sure. I'm not going to piss off the guy that caused the bomb children. At least not anymore.
Great. Alright. Well, I guess we're done here then.
Yes.
Comfortable night or whatever. Kira will step out.
Ryo will also go, yes, good night, Takanaka. And he will step out. And he'll be like,
Night.
Akira, one moment.
Yeah?
I didn't feel like saying this around Takanaka. I don't know how he'll react. In fact, it would probably just make him more overtly hostile to Shin, whereas at the moment he's just been a bit passive-aggressive. But there is the fact that I did say Shin had hinted that he might have some power to keep people away from him. Which means that when I said it would be bad for all of us if Shin was displeased, I did mean it. In the dream, Shin threatened Haru and his family if Haru kept sticking his nose into it, with the resurgence of a disease that's apparently quite fatal and lingers in their DNA.
Kira just looks down at her feet. You think you meant it?
I do believe he meant it. And even if he doesn't have that power, what he said was enough to make Haru back down.
I don't like the way he acts sometimes, but he's not always like that.
No, he's not. It's like... when you upset someone, obviously they're going to kick back. If you're cornered, well, you're going to respond more aggressively to get yourself out. That's what I mean when I say it would be bad for all of us to put Shin in the situation where he's watched.
Well, yeah. Shin shouldn't have done that.
Well, no, he shouldn't have. It's understandable that he did. That doesn't make it excusable, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that Shin is a worse person than you believe him to be.
Yeah. I don't want him to be. And yeah.
Still, best that we all keep in mind that Shin is not simply politely asking things when he asks them.
Right. Maybe he hasn't always been super transparent sometimes.
No, he hasn't been transparent. In fact, the way he brought us into this, you could say, was very foot in the door, very psychologically manipulative. But since then, he hasn't actually shown us any hostile intent or any intent of tricking us. He's been very upfront. I don't have a problem with him, but I do understand that, well... well, you probably know me by now. I want to understand more about the situation, because I'm certain there are things we don't know.
Right. Well, that's kind of why I wanted your help, because I know you'd be more level-headed about it.
Yes, of course. Personally, I like Shin. I see the state that he's in and I want to help. But still, as I'm sure you can understand, there's a lot we don't know about him. He's apparently very old.
Right. Right.
Yes, well, anyways, I just thought I should let you know that bit.
Thanks. I'm glad you told me.
Yes, well, it's important that you know. Still, he just kind of shakes his head. Still, I would have wished it didn't come to that.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Yes. Do you think Shin will be satisfied with Ryu saying he'll get the job done and then they can be through?
Honestly, maybe. I mean, sometimes Shin... I don't think he doesn't like us or anything, but... you know, he really wants those cards. And not like he used to be. I mean, a while ago, I was pretty sure he definitely, want to be pals. But now, I gotta remember what he used to act like more so. Sometimes
Yes.
he's just a bit too distant.
Sometimes. Yeah. Well, anyways, I don't mean for that to weigh too heavily on.
Well, I appreciate that you wouldn't want it to, but fuck cars.
Fuck the cars.
But I mean, it's our place as his friends to let it worry us.
Yes, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just kind of sigh and go, well, still, perhaps he'll be more reasonable when we have a card. Though I do imagine that if we're not jumping at the heels to go collect them for him, he might be a bit pushy for a bit.
Yeah, well, I think I can deal with that at least.
Hopefully.
We'll get him when we get him.
Well, yes.
In time,
We have to get them.
Yeah. But we need to do it right.
Yes. Do it right. Anyways, it's getting late. We should retire.
Yeah. Well, it's a good excuse not to study too much. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks,
Yes.
Rio.
See you tomorrow, Akira.
Christ.
You keep clicking on that stretch button.
Dude, it's really... Dude, come on. Oh, wow. Alright, cool. Wake up, Jess.
And now you need to come back.
Alright. Who goes to bed early?
I mean, at a reasonable hour.
Yeah.
As soon as the talk done, Ryu would pass out since he didn't sleep.
Alright.
Kira was gonna try to do a bit of studying. Because she's busy with studying this one. I'm doing work.
Yeah.
So either studying or practicing for game.
Rio was gonna finish up whatever he was gonna. He's not like cram studying tonight, but he was gonna finish up whatever he was doing and probably get to sleep in like 30 minutes or so after that.
Yeah.
So pretty
Raph,
quickly.
sorry, go.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Raph's gonna. I mean, he's not gonna push himself any unusually. So reasonable time.
So like 2 a.m.
Now for him, 1. Because he knows that he's got a dream with was it Shin at least to deal with. So
Oh yeah.
and just to confirm, Karu said yay. Rio said he didn't really say, right? On whether or not-
No, he didn't. He didn't really say.
yeah.
Alright.
So
Anyway.
That does
Carl
send the
said
message.
Yes, of course. Yeah, Carl said yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, there will be a knock on the door at like 12 a.m.
For who?
on the dorm door.
Oh god, can we hear that? How loud is it?
Is this dorm an echo
Do
chamber?
you want me to just say Kira was up in the middle of the night getting
No.
water or something? Because
People can
that's what
roll
she'd
their
be.
roll their diligence. To see.
I mean, I was just gonna say she gets up late at night sometimes.
Yeah. Since we established that was it Raph went to sleep at 1. He's obviously up for that.
I mean, I established that Kira doesn't sleep well, so she's probably awake.
That's a big diligence.
No.
Depending
No, I
on me,
honestly-
like I would imagine due to emotional turmoil, like Reiko.
That's a
That's
1.
exactly-
Rolling D.
Oh.
It's a one.
Out of curiosity,
Wait, you need to roll if you're drunk first.
I don't have sake. I don't have Heavisu anymore.
No, you have him.
Yeah, he's
Still
still
have-
around. He's just weak. So it's like watered down Saki.
I'm sure you have some in your room.
What were these for?
If you're
You're
awake
awake.
and a good.
Door.
Yeah.
What's this high? What does high mean?
To see who answers the door first.
Oh, okay.
Raph
Just-
kinda won.
Jesus Christ, why is everyone awake? What the fuck?
I'm not.
We
He just said
yeah.
rolling.
Okay, Jesse, do you want only people awake to do that or asleep?
Whatever.
Anybody
It's
that-
done.
yeah.
What do you mean, whatever? Bow bow.
Anyway,
Nigga.
Hello?
Raph will open the door. Is he in his Jimmy Jammies?
No. I mean, he wasn't gonna. He was still doing some research and studying and stuff. So, I mean, he's not dressed in his full, basically t-shirt and pants or whatever. But that's about it. And I look through the peephole-y thing. I don't just directly open the door. I mean, it is 12 o'clock.
Alright.
It is midnight after all.
You look through the peepholey thingy. You see a familiar. You see Katsumi outside of it.
Okay.
You did it. I'm so proud of you, Jess. You didn't just say what you thought they could mind read. I'm so proud.
Open the door. Is everything okay?
Hi, Dark Ken. Is Reiko around?
Should be in her room. Do you want me to go see if she's awake? Or do you want me to wake her up? Well, come in first. I mean, come in.
I can do that. Do you want to roll an understanding roll?
Yep. We'll see how bad Raph is. I will not be adding intuition to this just for hilarity.
What did you get?
I got a 4.
Or do you have a +3 with her or something?
Oh yeah, so a 7. So yeah, kind of hard to miss that.
You're a guy. You don't go into other girls' rooms.
Okay.
Katsumi believes it's improper for a gentleman to.
I was sorry. I was
go in and wake her up.
Yeah, I was either gonna knock lightly to see if she's awake, or
yeah, but you said go in and wake her up.
I didn't mean it that. Yeah,
I
didn't
know
mean it like
you
that.
didn't mean it.
Yeah, no, Raph saying that. I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah. All right, good. Flash cleaned up.
Yeah. And she responds, "Mayu shrunken."
What? Anyway, she'll be like, right. She's still in her school uniform.
Got it. I'll go wake her up.
Right. Yeah. If that's how things work here.
Well, no. Let's try this again. Sorry. I was about to go to sleep. You want me to see if she's awake, and if she's not awake, I can take a message for her. Do you need to talk to her right now?
It's somewhat urgent.
Then I'll be right back. I'll go wake her up. Do you want anything to drink or eat? I mean...
No, thank you.
Okay. I don't even know where the doors to the, this thing is. Oh, wait. I'm hiding behind somebody. Sorry,
Akira.
Yes, I do knock on Reiko's door. First, sort of lightly.
What's that?
Katsumi's here to see you. She seems kind of out of it.
Wait, what? I open the door, look at him, blink. Say that one more time.
Katsumi's here. She's... I think it's urgent. She wants to talk to you.
Yeah, you see like my nostrils flare, I like pinch the bridge of my nose. Hold on a second, I close the door in front of him, put my pyjama up to my face. Fuck!
I'm gonna be in the kitchen making you guys some coffee, okay?
Karu jumps out of her room.
It's okay, Karu. Katsumi's here to see Reiko. Sorry for waking you.
She gives you a look that clearly no one can misinterpret as, how does that explain anything? Because she still looks concerned. Because Katsumi's here. Oh, of course. No.
I mean, Raska's
she'll move over. Is something the matter? So poke your head in Reiko's room.
Yeah, the door. I like close the door in front of him, and then like I open them again. Let's see what she wants, and then like I storm off with like.
I'll make some coffee for them.
Gar just looks around like, oh,
I don't know what's going on either.
why is Katsumi? Oh.
Katsumi came here. She said she looked pretty out of it, and she wants to talk to Reiko because they're family. I figured I came to get Reiko, and you're now caught up with everything I know. Well, yeah, probably more.
Maybe I should wait, Shizuka.
Yeah, there's some weird between them. I don't know if that's your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Right, I'll help make tea.
Thanks.
I just walk past the Kira. She's in the kitchen, sitting at the table. She's got just like a